Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube, and I use spirit, my intuition, the tarot to communicate energies to you guys. Most amazing, beautiful viewers, I'm so grateful and thankful to be here today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I totally appreciate you guys stopping here. I realize you have lots of tarot readers online, and it means a lot to me for you guys giving me this chance to see if these messages resonate for you today. And if you are returning, I am so blessed. I love you guys so much. You guys are wonderful, and I love this community. You guys are amazing, and I do hope the messages resonate for you guys today. We are looking at what does this person or people in general like or dislike about you. So because this is kind of open, this could fall in many different ways. You can have someone on your mind that you're wanting to know what it is that they're attracted to or liking about you or resonate with you, and also what it is that this person has a hard time accepting or liking about you, maybe something that's very difficult for them to accept about you. And we'll see how it comes through, but either way will work. So either you can have someone on your mind, or this could just be a general sort of reading in regards to people in your life and how they're resonating with you, what it is they like most and what it is they have difficult time interacting with about you and your personality or how you are. All right, so 3 options to choose from today, and take your time tapping into whichever energy you feel you resonate with the most. For option 1, we have this beautiful rose quartz heart carving. Option 2, we have this beautiful heart. It looks like a river stone. I'm not sure what kind of stone it is. Gray and black and lots of striations in it. Option number 3, we have this green, it looks like jadeite sort of stone with a bug, palm stone. So I'll leave the video running for a little bit, and you guys can certainly tap into whichever pick you're resonating with. I'll put the timestamp in the description box and in the pinned comment. If you feel you don't resonate with the pile you picked, go pick another pile. You're not committed to or sticking to that pile just because you've picked it, although there might be a message in there that you're needing to hear, because everything certainly does happen for a reason. So it's up to you to use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether these messages are resonating for you specifically. And I will see you guys at your pick. Hello, my gorgeous angels. Pile 1, you picked the rose quartz heart. Absolutely beautiful. Rose quartz is all about self-love, and it is absolutely beautiful. I love the energy with rose quartz. So I do have another rose quartz sitting over here. Might as well put them together. We're looking at the person on your mind, or people in general, depending what you came here about, and what it is that they like about you, admire about you, what they're drawn to about you, and what it is that they might have a difficult time sort of getting along with. Maybe what it is that they don't like about you, or they don't resonate with you and your energy. Okay, so remember, this is coming from this person's perspective or these people's perspective, and it has absolutely no bearing as to your self-worth, and it is just a projection in regards to people, person, whatever it is that's resonating for you. So I do ask you use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether this message is for you, and we'll see what this is all about. So we have ugly. Oh my goodness, spirit. So we have ugly here as a keyword. All right. And we have this oracle card. It looks like 2 people, or a reflection of someone waving at a train, waving goodbye. One person, their reflection, waving goodbye at a train. That's looks like it's leaving. Okay, interesting energy. And we have love. Oh my goodness. Look at that beautiful love keyword. And we have the oracle card of this adult with a child. Getting green ray, which is all about love, heart chakra. And then we have blue, which is throat chakra, and the red, which is root chakra. Inner child. Love coming through. We have the devil, Capricorn energy. Devil could be addictive ways and healthy ways, could be bound to unhealthy things, obsessions, addictions, passions. Okay, and we have destroyer, light attributes, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. Shadow attributes, intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. Wow, that's powerful. Okay, and then we have the monk and the nun. Light attributes, selfless, devotion, and single-minded dedication to spirit. Shadow attributes, negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. All right, so let's put that here. So I don't look at these before I read them. I just kind of shuffle them. Your message is coming through quite strong, actually. So I have snow goose. Snow geese spend the summer on the Arctic tundra. They nest in huge colonies that can include several thousand couples. As winter approaches, when the young have learned how to fly, they migrate to milder regions in the southern United States and Mexico. In flight, they often adopt the characteristic V formation to save their energy. Weight, 2.5 kilograms, 5.5 pounds. Longevity, 27 years. Gestation or hatching, 24 days. Snow goose, okay. And we have the castle with number 43. 43 could be significant. Or the number 7. And we have darkening, number 12. Okay. And then we have vulture, air energy, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be your sun, moon, rising. Could be prominent in your chart. That's certainly the energy. This person is resonating with you and your energy. More bird energy, which is air. Again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What can I learn from observation with the crow? And the key word is notice. Crows fly between worlds. And crows are all about death. We have another crow here I'm just noticing. So 3 birds, lots of air energy. And again, crow is about death. Transformation, more bird energy. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I'm not noticing all these birds. So we have lots of bird energy. Okay, bird could be about freedom. Bird can be about ascension. Bird can be seeing a greater picture. Bird is definitely air energy, which is mental thought. And we have forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Love coming out again. And we have loyal heart. Oh my goodness, with love here. Very beautiful. 35 could be significant. Or the number 8, loyal heart with these owls. Owls is all about wisdom. And we had that with the air, is about wisdom, intellect. Owls is certainly about intellect and wisdom and understanding. We have 2 owls and a heart, which is love, coming through very strong with the loyal heart. And then we have these 2 tea leaf cards. Never to be taken literal is certainly energy we're picking up from these tea leaves. We have crown, honor and respect will come to you. Mountain, major challenge to overcome. Okie dokie. Beautiful. I didn't know how mishmashing what they love and maybe what they have a hard time accepting or liking about you would come out. And I was considering doing 2 sort of picks here, but I do get the energy here coming through both in this pile. So give me a minute here to sit with this energy to make sure I tap into it, and then I will communicate exactly as it is that I'm channeling this energy. Okay, This is so beautiful. People, or this person, however you're sitting with it, okay, your energy here is coming through. If you resonate with this, as somebody maybe who's been your toughest critic, I feel like you're observed by this person or from people as someone here who might not put a lot of weight into the actual beauty that you possess. Like, you look at yourself as somebody maybe who's missing or lacking or doesn't have some sort of quality. Could be, in regards to appearance, but I don't feel it is so much ugly as an appearance, so much as a certain part of you that maybe you're having a difficult time with, or you recognize is a difficult part of you. So it could be an unhealthy way of you being, potentially. Maybe you're struggling with addiction, or maybe you have some way of being that most of the people who are close to you, or this person specifically, knows you're battling with or struggling with. And so despite this, you have this ability to show love and compassion, to be loving, to have forgiveness for yourself in regards to this quality about yourself. Have a certain soft side about you that extends to this person and extends to yourself. But this unhealthy thing, it could be destructive. It's been destructive to you. It might be destructive to your relationships. It might be destructive in your own world. Seeing you sort of be your worst enemy is sort of challenging for people around you. They see this unhealthy way of you sort of engaging with this, and you could be picking apart certain parts of yourself. But you being a survivor, having to struggle and survive with battling whatever this is here, and maybe trying to find a way to work with your community, with people, with this person, like how you are a survivor, to sort of come together to try to pull yourself out of this. You do have a side of you that shuts things out, I feel here, and it shuts things out. I feel you're doing this for a reason, maybe to protect something greater than maybe just yourself, or you're trying to, I don't know, I feel like there's something here about you understanding the value that goes deeper than yourself, that to just maybe turn on yourself or to hate yourself or to do something here that would cause destruction to self would not benefit you. And so you extend yourself to maybe your friends, your family, the greater good, despite how you're feeling, despite maybe devilish ways, destructive ways. And so there's a darkness about you, because I feel like maybe it's a mindset. Maybe it's a part of you that feels sometimes like giving up, or like it's hopeless, or I don't know, like you're kind of on the lower end of receiving what has been offered to you, but you're able to make do with this. This person sees you as somebody absolutely free, absolutely intellectual, absolutely somebody who, despite your set of circumstances, is always able to make do here, because they see you as someone who rises above, who sees the bigger picture, and who is very intelligent. And so you're very observant, and you're very aware of who you are and what's going on around you and how you're showing up, despite maybe you showing up in certain ways that might be destructive to self. It's like you are aware of this. It's not like you're oblivious to this, and you're trying to work with this. And sometimes you trying to work with this means shutting things out and removing yourself, which I feel this person or these people might find difficult, because it's hard to pierce through this to get to a safe place with you. And this safe place is you being your truest self, where you can connect with people, where you can work with people, where you can love people, where they can give you love back, where you could be protected by other people, where you could be protecting. It's like a balanced sort of give and take, which is difficult if you yourself aren't capable or willing to go there with people, because I think you might have a difficult time trusting, or just you're very protective of your space here. And so people see as someone who might have had to go through quite a bit to heal, being very intellectual to get through very difficult times in your life. A wisdom keeps coming through here. So you're very, very, very intellectual. How to make do with maybe minimal things here. Maybe you're very good at living in the bush, survival, wilderness, or just hitting rock bottom and making your way out of this, or having minimal to kind of go on and still be successful here, and still having a pure heart, still being very human, still showing gratitude, and still showing just humility here for other people here. You're someone who this person or these people feel that you're very dedicated, you're very loyal, you're very much the type of energy they can rely on, who shows dedication and commitment and support here, who they can depend on and trust. And they trust your wisdom, and they trust your insight. And so they feel you're overcoming certain parts of yourself, and you might have been overcoming this. So there are challenges here that this person or these people see that might be very difficult, like so difficult that it's really impacted your life or has resulted in you having to accept some sort of truth in your life that's been very difficult for you to overcome. And possibly you haven't yet overcome this, and that you're trying to get empowered to be the best version of self. You're trying to love self. You're trying to be the best version you can with what it is that you've been dealing with here. And maybe at some point you've been on a path that's been holding you back or been very challenging to you. It's been difficult for you to get out of. But you've been loyal nonetheless. You've been loving nonetheless. And sometimes this person or these people can see it gets the best of you. So there could be times where you feel like your situation gets the best of you. So there could be outbursts. There could be times where you self-sabotage. There could be times where you let yourself down. But I feel like the energy coming through here is when you let people down, you're letting yourself sort of down. Like you're kind of working with your own energy. So when you're self-sabotaging, it lets other people down. It's not like you're trying to let people down because there's malintent here, or you're trying to be vindictive, or you're malicious in any way. It's like the only time you really hurt other people, the only time you really cause pain, the only struggle I see that people see or that they engage with you, the challenge that they see and engage with you, is when you yourself are destructive to yourself, when you yourself let yourself down, when you yourself might be sabotaging. You let yourself down by not sticking true to who you are, doing what it is you believe or what you want in a way that you know is the most loving way to support self. Because sometimes you might let yourself down, and so this makes it difficult for people to work with you, to help you, to be alongside you. And so sometimes you shut down, and sometimes you block people out. Sometimes it's difficult for them to help, for them to come in and to be a part of your world, because they want to help you. They want to love you. They want to be there for you in times of struggling, especially whatever you're battling here, which seems to be a big obstacle. Like I said, some of you guys, it could certainly be an addiction or just an unhealthy thing you're battling with here that's taken up maybe a lot of your time or a lot of your confidence, or made you believe that a certain part of you isn't worthy or good enough to accept love, and maybe just love of self, or it causes you to self-sabotage. So they see this as maybe being the biggest challenge to overcome here. But I do feel there is unconditional love towards you, at least from this person or whatever you came in here about. So if this is people in your life, then there's an unconditional family type love here, a very pure unconditional love towards you. Okay. And despite your sort of maybe rage at times, or your inability to support self at times, or your inability to be accepting of your own sort of devilish ways or unhealthy ways of being, is your biggest challenge and struggle here, and it sort of gets in your own way and it causes divide in some way. But I do feel like this energy here does feel like they understand you on an intellectual level of understanding. They get sort of what you're about here, and they get your desire to transform. They believe in your sort of dedication and your loyalty and your ability to transform yourself and work with what you have. Like there's a big believing energy here, a loyalty, a dedication to you accomplishing the best thing you can for self with the minimal amount of things that you might have in front of you. And this is the biggest admiration I feel there's also a protective energy here from this person towards you or these people. So it could be familial, or it could just be someone who's very protective and guarded of an innocent side of you. And so through these eyes of this person or these people, it is difficult for you to create a lot of damage. There is always a way to forgive you. Seeing past your unhealthy ways or certain things that have you bound or certain addictions you're battling with, that this person, these people can see beyond as the reason why maybe there is struggle and challenge in your life. And so there is a great amount of forgiveness, unconditional love, acceptance, seeing beyond self-destructive or self-sabotaging ways. And so I feel like there is a, no matter what sort of energy here that you're in, there's a dedication to showing up for you, to being there at your worst point, at your lowest point, at your minimal sort of point here. But I feel like the energy here that I'm picked up is when you are completely blocked off or guarded or protective, it is very difficult for people to be there for you, to support you, to help you, to guide you. And so it makes it hard. It makes it almost impossible for things to get better. Although the intention there is always to be loving, giving, and kind and guiding, supportive. Despite whatever output you have, it's difficult for people to penetrate this when you're in this sort of energy. Although there is an understanding that there's consistent love here, even if you are pulled away or protected in your own sort of world, it is to guard your inner child or to guard a certain part of yourself that is understood as being highly sort of protected by you. There's an understanding that you are working on self-love, that you are working towards loving yourself fully, regardless of what you're battling, regardless of what energy you're in, that you need to extend love to yourself, and that's what you're working on. And there's an unconditional love to you, like rose quartz, love, love, love. I see love all around, okay? Love, like despite whatever's going on in your world on the outside, there's this love to support you, there's a love to guide you, there's a love to work with whatever minimal amount of things you might have, or wherever stuckness you have. There's an ability here to pull you out in some way. And there's a recognition that you are recognized, like they understand, okay? They understand what you're battling, or they understand what you're going through, or there's an understanding here of giving you what you need. Maybe they don't understand what you're going through per se, but understanding what it is you need and supporting and providing what you need in order for there to be an understanding of love, support, and guidance, and whatever else you need in order for there to be peace, harmony in your own life. Yeah, so I don't feel I need tarot. I think I'm done with this beautiful reading. You have a beautiful energy here, despite certain things that you might be struggling, and who is not. So if this sounded like maybe flipped energies, your energy could be in another pile. All right, I love you very much, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Hi, friends. You guys picked pile number 2, and I am so excited to do your reading with this river stone. I don't know, it's black, gray, has white striations in it. It's absolutely beautiful heart. And we're looking at a person on your mind, or people in general, and what it is that they admire about you, what they like about you. It's sort of what they're resonating with. And then we're also looking at what they have a difficult time maybe getting past, what it is they're not liking about you, or what they have a difficult time sort of accepting about how you are or who you are. So keep in mind, this is all projection, okay? No one's opinion of you is going to determine anything about you. This is just a projection and people's opinion. So if you come here with someone in mind, this is coming from their point of view. If you come here with just a general sort of look, this is how people in general sort of see you, okay? So do not take things personal here. And we will lay out these cards. So what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether this message resonates for you. And let's get into your reading, beautiful pile number 2. So we have embarrass with the keyword. Interesting. Spirit's really giving it to me today. I absolutely love pile number 1. We have this beautiful scenic beachfront. Looks like the sand and the beach, or the ocean, shoreline. Okay. And then we have keyword slave. Oh my goodness. All right, I do not look at these. I don't pick them. I just shuffle them. So we have slave, and we have this card game, or someone laying out these cards or pieces of paper on a table. Okay, slave. We have friend with this bunny and this Ace of Wands. Now, I don't know if I made mention in the intro, but I did make mention, I think, in pile 1. This is going to be interesting because this is a mishmash of what these people, this person, however you came here, they like and dislike. Okay, so it might be a little interesting how it comes out. So just kind of keep that in mind. We have vampire. Light attribute makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Shadow attributes, depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. All right. And then we have visionary. Light attributes, capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Shadow attributes, selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Okay. Then we have the goldenrod crab spider. Oh my goodness. Also called a flower crab spider. The Misumena vidia is common in Europe and North America. It has a chunky body. It moves sideways. And can even move backwards, larger than the male. The female also has a peculiarity of changing color according to the flow she is resting on. She can change from yellow to white or pale green, depending on the occasion. Okay, so it's fairly small, 0.7 grams, 0.024 ounces. And it lasts a year and a half. Gestation or hatching 21 days. Goldenrod crab spider. Okay. Interesting. The nectar. 58. 58 could be significant. Or the number 13. 13 is the death in the tarot, which is Scorpio energy. Okay. And then we have iron. 22. 22 is a master number. Peacemaker, diplomacy, healthy energetic boundaries, divinely guided relationships, and iron. Iron's a very solid metal. Bridges are built on iron, very sturdy, very durable. We have the lion, beautiful. So I'm getting earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and I'm also getting fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Heavy Leo energy coming from that. And then we have the eagle, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Eagle is all about ascension and getting a greater perspective, higher vision, being very concise, knowing when to act. Okay, we have which course takes me home with the map, compass plant. Keyword map. Which course takes me home? Okay, and then we have the judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And then we have the leg up with 34, or the number 7. All right, I'll put that there. And then with the tea leaf cards, do not take these words literal unless, of course, you want to. Okay, this is solely energy that I'm reading with all of these. We have the teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Woman, dealings or relationship with a woman. Okay, so let me just make sure that we are in frame. Perfect. So let me sit with this energy for a minute, and then I will get into your reading. Okay, it's funny how these readings came out because I did a mishmash of what they like and maybe dislike or have a hard time. So it's kind of mixed. And I didn't know how it was going to come out. Because I was going to do 2 piles, what they like and then what they don't. And I was like, yeah, I'll do one and see what comes. Because I'm tired of these very super long ass readings. And I wanted to do this reading for you. So I get both here. Okay, I get both here. It's very humanistic because it has a good picture here. Obviously, this is this person's sort of perception of you. I do feel a divine feminine energy here, okay? Now, you don't have to be born female, like I say, because they're born with both masculine and feminine energy, but I feel like it is a feminine energy coming through. Okay, a feminine energy, but they see you as maybe the strongest girl they know, this person or these people, whatever you came here as, because this could be how people see you in general or one specific person, depending on what it is that you came here sort of looking for. So you're a big ass, mean sort of attitude sort of woman here. And when I say attitude, it's like strong, you know, strong to survive, strong to withstand whatever you need to withstand. You're somebody here who is very solid, somebody here who is very unwavering, somebody here who is loyal, although there is a side of you that gets spooked sort of easily. There is a side of you that this person or people don't really necessarily trust so much. And it's the side of you that might be self-serving in some way, okay? Like the side of you that might want to attain certain things for self. And so there's a side of you that tries to please or tries to fit into whatever situation that you might be in order to become accepted, or you become agreeable, and you're agreeable here so that there could be a way forward, or you can attain something that maybe you're wanting. So there is sort of a recognition here that maybe you're not fully always yourself. You know, that there is always sort of a reason why you're doing what you're doing or needing to be in the energy that you're needing to be, which could be a little bit draining here for you and for them. They do see as someone here who has insight, who generally has deep, deep insight, maybe in the know of certain things because you might be in tune and triggered by certain knowings and understanding, maybe through your own experience or just you come in at the right time having a deeper understanding or having a greater understanding of situations and perspectives. So you provide insight that might be missing because you can see the bigger picture. You understand the bigger picture. You're also very courageous. You're very loyal. People can depend on you when they're needing to depend on you. But it seems to me like at certain times, depending what it is or how it serves you, you might sort of get spooked here. So for the most part, you're courageous and you face things head on. And then maybe when it's unexpected here, or when you're feeling like you cannot, you sort of are unpredictable in whether your energy could be consistent. Okay, whether you can be consistent. So there's like a lot of emotions coming through here. And they feel like you are somebody who is hard to predict emotionally. And maybe sometimes you're feeling emotions, and then other times it might seem like you're not so wrapped up in emotions. It's hard to predict. And you might be somebody who is not wanting to reveal your emotions or quite readily, or who feels almost like if you do have an outburst of emotions, you might feel guilty or you want to hide away or embarrassed by outbursts or just being your truest self. So there's an energy here of recognizing that you have a difficult time sort of being consistently yourself, that you yourself might second guess if you are your truest self by expression through revealing your emotions, that people would accept you. So you might try to work with your emotions or negotiate with your emotions to tweak them in a way that might serve the situation so that you can adapt to who you're with rather than just being honest and true with how you're feeling in that moment in order to be loyal to yourself, dedicated to how you're feeling in that moment, despite whatever it is. And so I feel like people connect with you on a very sort of equal level, like they understand you on an equal level here in some way. If you are a female, and you have a connection here, or you're resonating with the person you came here about being the male perspective of you, they feel like you are understanding the male perspective. Like you have a very good understanding of what it's like to be masculine, how to be masculine, resonating with the masculine sort of energy. Okay, now this doesn't say that you're super masculine in any sort of way, but you resonate and understand, and they can vibe with you in sort of that understanding. And if you are a masculine here then, and you're looking at sort of a female perspective, it's like you understand female emotions, like you can connect to these emotions in some way, like you're capable of understanding it on a deep level here. Although maybe, yeah, what's coming through is if you are masculine here, connecting to these feminine emotions might make you feel like you have to still be masculine in some way, so it gets covered up by some other energy here. So in order to make up, maybe, I don't know, like you want to be perceived as masculine and not so feminine. So therefore, although you can resonate and connect, you try to overcompensate in a masculine way here to say or show that you are masculine here in your strength and courage and determination in a masculine way here. So it's like there's a part of you that tries to please. Okay, you try to please, depending on the person and the situation, or this person. This person sees this, but they also see that there is a deep version of yourself here that is very strong and courageous and reliable, and the benefit here is something you provide to people in general here that gives them sort of insight. It gives them a greater perspective. It gives them something more than, I guess, what they might be losing in regards to this connection with you and between you and this person or these people. And that there is a part of you here that might provide an unbiased sort of truth that is fair. And so it's difficult sometimes to meet people who are unbiased, who are very truthful here, despite maybe their own sort of set of circumstances. But there is this side of you that people find very fair and very truthful, that you could see beyond sort of yourself. But then there's also a side of you here that, like I said, it might contradict it, that comes out in certain times where it is, how will you appear? And if it threatens you in some way, or if you get exposed in some way as maybe being weaker than you might be, or weakened by your emotions or expressing self, then you sort of try to manipulate situations in a way, or try to change yourself or adapt in certain ways, which could be draining on this relationship or on these people. Although there is no doubt in your unwavering sort of ability to provide support and loyalty and whatever sort of energy you provide in the relationships you're in, or this relationship. But there is an energy here of trying to find self, and maybe putting on a bigger sort of frame than you truly have here. That you might have a difficult time accepting help, or that you want to be a provider maybe and help others, but have a difficult time knowing when you need help, when you need to be guided, when it's time for you to recognize that maybe you're bending over backwards or adapting to a situation here in order to appear maybe in a certain way, or have a certain outcome of people perceiving or accepting you at the expense of just being your honest self, or letting yourself express and feel what you feel. Yeah. So this is all I have. Pile number 2. I hope this resonated for you. If you're drawn to another pile, I'll see you there. If this sounded more like maybe the other way around, someone maybe that you know and not yourself, then your energy could be in another pile. All right, I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, hello, my gorgeous pile 3 with the jadeite green stone and this bug. It's beautiful bug, palm stone. I love this stone. It's beautiful. So let's take a look at this energy, shall we? So we're looking at possibly the person on your mind or people in general in your life and what it is that they admire about you, what they like most about you. And then what are they having a hard time sort of accepting about you, or they dislike about you, or maybe having a hard time resonating with in regards to you and how you are. Please keep in mind, this is all about projection. So this person or these people project, right? This has no bearing as to who you are as a person. So do not take this personal. This is certainly just opinions of other people or this person. Okay, so it doesn't matter how you've come here. It could be about one person specifically or people in your life. Take whatever message resonates for you and don't feel stuck to the pile if it doesn't resonate. So I will lay these out, come out with what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether this is your messaging. All right, and let's take a look. Pile number 3. So we have the keyword father. Oh my goodness. Father. I'm feeling heavy earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And here we have a guy stabbing another guy, or a person stabbing another person in the back. Green and blue. So green is heart ray chakra. And we have the throat chakra stabbed in the back. Okay. Don't take words literal. Okay. I'm just going to be reading energy here. Interesting. All right. We have the policeman with his hand up in the air. Maybe guiding traffic, maybe telling someone to stop here. Some authoritative figure, law enforcement. Don't take the words literal, okay? We're just picking up energy here with these tea leaves. And we have bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. And heart, deep affection, love, and caring. Okay. We have never-ending story with 37, or the number 10. 10 is all about endings. 10 is completion, ends of cycles and transformation. Although never-ending story is continuing onwards. So let's see. We have Messiah, light attributes, serving humanity with humility. Shadow attributes, exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. Okay, and then we have Goddess, light attributes, the feminine expressed through wisdom. Nature, life force, and sensuality. Shadow attributes, exploitation of the female, nurture, and form. Wow. And then we have the skunk. And then we have this narwhal. Okay, and it says, also known as the sea unicorn, the narwhal inhabits the icy waters of the Arctic. It is also the northmost dwelling of all mammals. The male has a long twisted tusk, which grows at puberty and can reach up to 3 meters, 10 feet long. Its function remains unclear. It may serve as a weapon for fighting between males during rutting season or as a sensory organ. Weight, 1,250 kilograms. Oh my goodness, that's heavy. I didn't realize they were that heavy. Longevity, 42 years. 42 could be significant. Gestation, hatching, 450 days. Lots coming through with that energy. And we have 62, or the number 8 with the sword. Look at that. Moon and sun. Dark and light. The sword of truth. And we have the earthworm. Earth energy. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn coming through again. And we have the despicable face. 48. 48. Or the number 12 or the number 3. And we have what gift awaits with the keyword glitter and cottonwood glitter. And we have death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Wow. Powerful reading, pile number 3. Let's get into your reading. I'm going to sit here with the energy for a little bit and see what I pick up. Now, what I made mention in 1 and 2 is that I asked for what people or this person on your mind, whatever you came here about, likes most about you and also has a difficult time sort of liking about you. So it's kind of a mishmash. Okay, so we're going to see how this comes out, because I was intending on having two piles, one of the like and one of sort of the more difficult, challenging energy. But I decided to mix them to see, of course, if I could read it, because that's what I do. So I'm going to see if I could read this and make sense of what's going on here. And I do sense that there is a mixture of energy here. So give me a minute to sit with this energy and I will channel what I see. Okay, pile 3. I don't know if you came here about one specific person or people in your life, but whichever you resonate with, how you're seen here is somebody possibly who is in the middle of going through lots of changes. So this person knows you as you've been changing, trying to maybe become the best version of self. Okay, like become someone here who you want to be or who you aspire to be. And so there's a lot of you that might have changed or that this person is having to witness. But I feel like for the most part, the core of who you are is someone who is very loving, very affectionate, very caring, almost very surreal to this person or these people's eyes with this goddess energy. And if you're not feminine, then they see you as someone here who, with the father energy, is like this top of the pyramid sort of energy. You know, father's protector. Father is the boss here. Okay, so something about you being the boss, even with goddess here, like you're top of the hierarchy here, and that you're trying to provide. And you're trying to provide for other people, love and caring and maybe a service. But there's a side of you here that this person or these people feel like could flip on an instant. Although you're very balanced, so you don't just flip sort of irrationally, that if someone were to cross you, or if this person were to wrong you, or if the tide was right and you were feeling threatened, that you get very defensive. There's something coming through about jealousy as well. So you could be a jealous person. You can like to have things your way, and you're really wanting things sort of your way or to go. And so there's a structure here that most people who know you or this person feel they have to kind of follow. Otherwise, you might get a little defensive. But they feel like you're going through, having gone through something here that might have left you feeling wounded, made you feel defensive, maybe made you feel like you couldn't sort of maybe trust people because they've let you down, or they could have outright backstabbed you. So although you have this big heart and a lot of love here, they feel like you are somebody here who has been very expressive of yourself and capable of expressing emotion and love and giving of this, but that this injury to yourself or this experience that you've gone through could create unpredictable sort of energy within you where you might want to protect self, and rightfully so, but by protecting self you might hurt, you know, this person or other people around you in order to defend your position or just to keep people out. And so they feel like you're trying to learn. Okay, I feel like you're trying to learn after recovery, or learn about yourself still. Like there's a transition here about learning self and healing and recovery. So, you know, if you've been let down by someone here, it's like recovering to be your best self, to learn to trust again, to learn not to have to defend self, to learn to be someone here who's consistently, you know, trusting in some way, despite what you've gone through, but it's been challenging and you've been trying to do this. And so that sometimes you might put up a front here, and the front here is to try to believe and trust and love and all this stuff, even though maybe inside it might be repeating that the pain that you've experienced here is something you're having to overcome. And so they see a competitive energy here. Again, like I said, there was a jealousy coming through or something within you that comes out. You know, it comes out here when you feel threatened, like you have to compete. And even if this person or people don't really understand where it's sort of coming from, because there is no need to compete, or there is nothing to be threatened about, it could trigger something within you where you feel you need to be defensive, or where you need to guard yourself, or where you become sort of someone different here. And so you're navigating your way through this, but they see this as sort of you healing through an experience you've gone through, or learning self. And so they let you sort of navigate this on your own and sort of take it at your own pace here rather than pushing you. Something coming through here, if you are a masculine, that you are well gifted in the genitalia area. And I just had to say it because it came through. Okay. So I don't know if this is a person here who's resonating with that, or there's something about you here that's sexually sort of turning on this person or people in general. Okay. And you have a certain aura about you with this goddess here that draws people in, whether you're knowing it or not. But you also have an energy of selflessness, which is giving and providing here for humanity's sake with humility. And I feel like it is you giving of self, selflessly, despite what has happened to you. So people feel like you might still need to be protected, or they want to protect you, or they want to guard you in some way here, and because of what you've experienced, but you're kind of overcoming this on your own. Like you're trusting on your own, and you're still able to sort of be yourself and come out despite what you've experienced here, because you can kind of protect yourself or stand up for yourself and navigate. And so they see you as a very balanced person, masculine and feminine energies here, that you are very honest, you like truths despite what it might uncover here, but that there is a dark side of you, and the dark side you don't always show, or that you're not always allowing people in here, and it might torment you at times, but that you're transforming and that you're working on being a better version of yourself. And as you transform here, you might keep people out of this sort of dark side. You might not communicate what has happened to you or what you've experienced here. And so I feel like this person or these people feel they want to protect you from getting hurt, or you're trying to figure out where you want to sort of go next in your life. Maybe taking you some time to sort of sort through this, but you're not rushing anything here, and you're healing every day from this. There is something absolutely remarkably sort of breathtaking about you, and I feel it is one thing. And for some of you guys, like I said, it could be, you know, well endowed here if you're a masculine, but if you're a feminine, I feel like you have very good looks, or very beautiful hair, or you have something about your facial feature here that's very sort of distracting, or big bosom, or big behind, or beautiful hourglass figure. Something here that's really breathtaking. Okay. Maybe it's the way you wear your makeup, or the way you move. The way you move, I'm hearing here, is very breathtaking and very alluring. Whether you're aware of this or not, it's sort of how you are, I feel here. And so it draws people in, or this person in specifically, who I feel is a very sexual energy coming towards you here. And so there's a part of you that is free, but I feel there's a part of you that's tormented from an experience that you're overcoming, or that they see you sort of overcoming some sort of thing here, trying to navigate through this the right way. Like they feel like you are also somebody here who tries to maybe not cut corners, like do things the right way, like, and be very sort of serious and upfront and moral and correct. There's nothing sort of shady about you. You know, if you start feeling like defensive, you could get guarded, but you do it sort of on the up and up. So if anyone gets hurt, it's because they've crossed your sort of path here. It's not because you backstab them in any way. Although because you've been hurt here, there is a desire and need for people to want to sort of guard and protect you. And because you have a lot of sort of beauty and pull here, it draws people to you. So there's an energy here of waiting to see what you're sort of blossoming into, that you're not quite your blossomed self yet, although they do see you as this pinnacle, like I said, goddess, or the father kind of being top of the hierarchy, this messiah who's like able to provide service and some energy here to the people in your life that is selfless, but that's still not the pinnacle of you, that there's more to you, that there's more yet to come, that you're still sort of transitioning and transforming, and you're still early in your stages of healing in some way that is, you've recovered where you can, but that there's more sort of healing that you're doing. And so there's a part of you that still hasn't been revealed to the world, still hasn't been shown to the world, still hasn't been able to fully express. And so there's a lot of focus on self in some way. And as you focus on yourself, there's a lot of pull towards your attention towards you, because your authenticity comes through when you're pulled to yourself. Your authenticity of who you are comes through. And there's an energy here of you not really being so concerned with what others sort of think of you, their perception of you so much. I mean, you're here at this reading, but I don't feel you're too concerned with it impacting how you feel about yourself. That because whatever you've gone through here is navigating you to become a stronger person, accepting yourself, loving other people, being the best version of who you can be. And that you are sort of a heavy personality here, because it's heavy to miss. Very heavy to miss here. Okay, so this is what I have, pile number 3. I hope this resonated for you. I love the readings today, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.